Welcome into Raiders game day, everyone. So the Raiders lose another heartbreaker, this one by just 1 point, 30-29 to the Kansas City Chiefs. The 2-point conversion came back to haunt them, the one they didn't make. I'm Amber Theoharis along with Eric Allen and James Jones. This was one that they could have won, and it feels like, again, Eric, they beat themselves.
Yeah, for sure. All the penalties, 99 yards in penalties, which, of course, you can't have. This is kind of the motto of this team this year so far. Really beat yourself, right? The Chiefs are an outstanding team. We were toe-to-toe with this football team for the most part today. Just a couple missed opportunities here or there, and we've been saying that week in and week out. They got to put it together coming off that bye.
Yeah, they got to find ways to make those plays. We know this league is, like they say, it's a game of inches, right? Every play matters, right? It's 3 plays in this game that really changed the whole game for the Raiders to come out and win this game.
Yeah, now they are 1-4. Here's what we're going to cover here on this show. Here's on what's on tap. We're going to have full game highlights for you coming up. Also, we're going to hear from the players and the coaches. Josh McDaniels losing a heartbreaker in Arrowhead. We'll hear from Derek Carr, Devonte Adams, and then James Jones and Eric Allen. As they always do, we're going to have our spotlight breakdowns. That is all coming up. But let's get to the action, show you the game highlights. Andy Reid and the Chiefs are 15-3 against the Raiders since 2013,
Andy.
including 8-1 at Arrowhead.
He's a Hall of
that
Famer.
time.
You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Great coach. Both offenses struggled early, though, in the Condor.
Man.
Max Crosby.
Just making a statement for MVP defensively this year.
And you better believe it. I mean, right out the gate, spin move, whoopie, got you.
Oh, great inside pass rush.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna get no rough in the passer. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you up. Let me get to my sideline.
They set the tone early, the Raiders. Derek Carr dumps it off to Josh Jacobs for a 14-yard catch and run. And then 2 plays later, they get the offense going. Just Josh McDaniels decides to go for it. He's aggressive on 4th and 1.
Really good release by Devonte Adams. He's so wide open. DC touch throw to him. I don't want to miss this one right here.
Yeah.
Walk-in touchdown. DC's 200 career touchdown ball. Some little girl got it in the stands because DA said, I don't care.
Great
ball
release.
got to go, but yeah, look at that,
He
man.
needed 1. He needed 1 yard. He got 58.
You know what I'm saying?
58 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Chiefs next possession.
Yeah.
CEH been playing well, but Max Crosby is there for the tackle.
Just
I
an
don't
effort,
care. Yeah.
relentless.
I don't care if you're running away from him. You better get somebody on him.
Oh, look at that. He says, hey,
He's
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Give him a look wink there. Late in the drive, 2nd and 6, Patrick Mahomes scrambles.
Oh,
This is what he does best. He gets the first down, 16 yards.
And extending those plays, just making those timely runs, really kills you for defense.
But plays later, Jonathan Abram with the safety blitz forces
Safety
Mahomes
coming
to
from
throw the
both
ball away.
sides.
I really
That's when
don't know
Johnson's
why
at his best.
But I don't know why we didn't do more of this all game long, man. You know, the safeties had a really good day coming after Patrick Mahomes getting him off the spot, and then they missed the field goal. The Raiders 7-0 with
kicker.
the rock.
Harrison Butker was out, so Wright misses it, so it's still 7-0. And the Raiders welcome back Hunter Renfrow.
3rd and Renfrow.
3rd and Renfrow. First down, move the sticks.
First down, same Raiders drive as we head into the second quarter here. Devonte Adams drawing the pass interference.
And I know you guys want this as a stat on your stat sheet, you know.
Yep.
I wish.
Then the 2 plays later, he says, come at me again. Another pass interference, this time by Jalen Watson. They can't defend him, so it sets the Raiders up with the 1.
Everybody's trying to cover. They're trying to bring guys who retired to bring it.
Yeah, that's a touchdown, too, if DC let that one go. But y'all know I'm a big fan of Josh Jacobs. How many yards is this?
That's a 1 yard.
Hey, great
We know
job
he can get
up
1
front.
yard. We know he can get 1 yard.
Shout out to the guard, center tackle, doing a great job run blocking the last couple weeks.
So the beginning of a big night for him, it was 14.
Who's that? Who's that 55 in there?
Chandler
Who's that 55
Jones
in there?
bringing the pressure.
Yeah.
Force the incompletion, and the Chiefs are forced
Yeah, watch this
punt.
pass rush move. Bam.
Whenever we rush 4 or more, we got to Patrick Mahomes and force throws like this. Whenever we rushed 3 and gave him all day, he had a field day. This man right here, son.
Eat it
give me
to
that.
him.
Ooh, he
13 yards for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
and then the
JJ
very next play, this man was in a rhythm all night
He
long.
almost crawled out of that.
Give it to him again. 21
right
yards,
here.
and then watch
Come
this.
on, watch this.
Yeah. It's a
I got him. I
handshake.
jumped up out my seat. I'm running down the hallways.
Ooh, that's an angry man run right here.
Love
Jump
that.
cut,
Jump
and I
step.
see you.
And just
Ooh,
gave
my
it to him.
goodness.
That man had 79 yards in the first half. Raiders offense stalls out, though, and they get the field goal. They get 3, not 7, that puts the Raiders up 17-0. Chiefs next possession. The offense gets Gets into a little bit of a rhythm.
Let's
here
wrap
from
those
Jarek
legs.
McKinnon.
Can we wrap those legs?
Tackling was an issue.
Yeah,
Tackling
forget
was
about
an
the ball.
issue.
We got to wrap those legs
But
first.
see, though, these are the type plays that we talking about right there, because that's 2nd and 17. If we tackle, right, you got them in a long 3rd down.
Third
and
down
who
from the
knows if
one.
this happens right here.
Travis Kelce in the back of the end zone. The Raiders still have a 17-7 lead at this point. The Raiders get the ball back under 2 minutes left in the half. Chris Jones forces a sack fumble, but he is called for roughing the passer. A lot of people had a problem with this call, but according to the rules, you can't land on him like that.
Dude, man, Chris is about, what, 330 or something like that?
Yeah, so Arrowhead fans were not happy.
I know we're on the Raiders show, but what can Chris do right there? He's 300 pounds coming forward. You know what I mean? That's tough
So
right
that
there.
drive ends with a Daniel Carlson. Hey, I
You can
appreciate
pick him up or
Yeah,
something.
that's tough, you know.
Yeah, only one to get a roughing the call passer with the ball in his hands. The Raiders go up 20-7. Let's go to the second half. Chiefs get the ball.
Outside the pocket.
Yep.
Outside the pocket.
Valdez Scantling, 23 yards, first down for the Chiefs, and they get on a roll. Later in the drive, Chiefs on the 5-yard line, and there go that man,
Oh,
JJ.
he knew it, though.
All
He knew
night
it.
long.
That's excellent by Travis Kelce, but, oh, man, he knew it. He read it.
He did.
He seen it.
He did.
Raiders still up 3 at this point, but Kansas City is making it a game, and here starts a 3rd down conversion run by the Chiefs.
Great job by that offensive line right there, making sure they've got Max Crosby wrapped up, giving him all day long to throw the ball, completion.
Stay outside.
And then
Stay outside.
2nd and 8 inside the 10, and Travis Kelce,
Good run by him.
after he was knocked down, he got back up and still caught the pass. 3rd touchdown. Chiefs now take the lead for the first time in the game, 24-20. But then the Raiders' next possession, Jacobs gets 14 yards on the ground. And then the very next play, what do once you feed him? You feed him again.
Feed him again, and look at him come downhill, still looking fresh legs, running, picking them up, putting them down. He had 154. He could have got 155.
That was 37 yards for him, and this is a 47-yarder.
He's so
Carlson, he is money.
Easy work.
So the Raiders cut the lead to 1. It's 24-23 at this point. So the Chiefs' next possession, though, they have it at 1st and goal. And again, you gotta cover it. What happened,
This is the
Eric
worst
Allen?
one of the day.
Where was the secondary? Where was everybody?
That's the worst one of the day. They just act like they didn't know where Travis Kelce was on that one. That's the worst one of the day.
Yeah.
But we
Here
have our
he
guy.
come.
We have our
Okay,
guy.
here we go. They
have
get us
their
started
guy,
here.
We have our guy.
Gets the drive started,
That's right.
13 yards on that one, 6 plays later. 3rd and 6 at midfield, and Derek Carr steps up.
This is a dimer right here. That is a throw now.
Bomb.
It's a good catch.
Right in the
but
pocket.
that is a great
Yes.
throw.
Under
I mean,
duress.
stepping up in the pocket, off of 1 foot,
Yeah.
floating that thing right into the arms of 1-7. That is a throw.
Watch this. Stick him.
Yeah.
Oh, just you
Hit
can't
you on
stop
the
your feet if
little
you're
stutter.
safe. What you
No.
doing?
I like the hand up,
What
like
you
I'm
doing?
open.
Oh, yeah.
He thought he was about to
That's
run that little hook
disrespectful,
route.
brother.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. Like, I'm open. It's like
double-teamed.
playground.
That's exactly.
48 yards for the touchdown, and so at this point, the Raiders are within 1. What do? You decide to go for it for the 2-point conversion. Good call to give it to Josh Jacobs, but he comes up short.
I thought Josh was in. He was driving them legs, and that knee just slid down there. But, hey, I like the call. I like Coach going for it. I mean, we're going to have to stop him either way.
All right, Carr said, all right, okay, we went for it. We didn't get it, but the Raiders' defense held, so they get the ball back. They go for Devonte Adams here. They think it's a first down, a 16-yard catch. The play is reviewed.
Yeah, in real time, I seen my dog toe drag swag it.
Yeah,
and then when they slowed it down, I seen him not catch it clean and get the little bobble.
I gotta stick it right
Big
there.
time playing the game, because he knew he had to stick it. He just got to catch it clean right there.
I gotta stick
other
that
foot
ball.
down.
Yeah.
All right, so the catch is no good. That results in 4th and 1. So here we go for the game. They need 1 yard. They go deep on what was happening there? They didn't get it.
They ran a scissors concept.
And I thought for sure he's pointing like, hey.
I'm telling you right now.
Contact.
I'm telling you right now. I was yelling, run the ball. I wanted Josh Jacobs to get 1 yard. But as you watch it and they slow-mo this, if Devonte Adams and Hunter Renfrow do not run into each other, they both are finna be wide open.
It's aggressive. It's an aggressive call. It's an aggressive call.
If it was a fifth.
And so it was. Why don't they run the ball there? It's 4th and 1. You had 47 seconds left.
I understand.
You're just trying to be aggressive.
Right.
They did it on 4th and 1 before.
Did it on 4th and 1 before, got a touchdown. You have the best receiver in all of football and all the world, basically, and you want to give him another opportunity. Either going to catch the ball, get a pass interference penalty. No corner on their football team could cover him. So, again, if I see Devonte out there, that's my best player. I'm going to have to go at him. I'm
trying to win the game.
Go at the game.
And we talked about this as a team that is trying to learn how to win games. You win games by being aggressive at times. And that's why that call was made. Didn't work out as the Raiders lose this one 30-29 to the Kansas City Chiefs. They're now 1-4. Let's take a look at the final game stats presented by Sportswater. And this is a big game for Josh Jacobs. The man had over 150. He had 154 yards. They were able to limit they didn't have any turnovers themselves, but they didn't force any turnovers. In the red zone, they're only there one time. We've been talking about red zone offense. They were 100%, but didn't get there quite enough. Meanwhile, the red zone defense was an issue for the Raiders. They allowed the Kansas City Chiefs to go 100% in the red zone all 4 times. Travis Kelce was able to score.
Big day today.
That should have been really.
The bottom one.
The bottom one.
Yeah,
Look at the bottom one. They gave up a whole football field, 99 yards.
Yeah, you pointed that out, and that's so.
And one of the big penalties was the one they had in the red zone.
Yeah.
He missed the field goal, and we get a holding penalty, give him first down, and they're able to go find Travis Kelce again and score. It's the little things. We there, Raider Nation. We there.
And we are there. That's been a trend for the Raiders for a long time. But this preseason, we did an outstanding job. Very, very few penalties. And I thought that was going to carry over. But again, counting on young guys, and sometimes
it's a learning experience.
It is a learning experience.
And you hope they go into the bye.
Learning like this, though, Amber.
You hope they come out of the bye though and come out stronger because they are so close. And one guy that had a huge game was Josh Jacobs. We're going to talk to him coming up next. You can see right here. 154 yards, 21 carries, but also in the passing game, 5 catches.
I love this part about his game. Ability to be able to get outside, and we all know this. I mean, yards after catch, JJ has been awesome. Yards after contact have been awesome for Josh.
He's an every down back. We know that, man. Josh got it going right now. I think them not picking up his 5th option got him real angry right now because that is how he is playing. But you need that sometimes. You need that. It's a good thing to have him running and playing football like this. Josh looks fresh. He looks angry. He's playing at a very, very high level. And he really got this team going right now. And that's why you're able to get these shot plays with Devonte Adams.
You're right.
It's not about
the man loves contact.
Love that.
He loves contact. He feeds off of that.
Yeah. About his 6th or 7th carry, you saw the Chiefs sneak that safety down into the box.
Exactly.
We're talking about that.
And that was the goal.
That was the goal.
Running
the football. Get that guy in the box. Now you can work outside, get those big plays on 4th and 1, short yardage. But as long as you continue to do this, okay, we're 1-4 right now, but this is not a 1-4 football team, the way we usually see a 1-4 football team.
And you hate to say that. You hear Bill Parcells in your mind saying you are what your record says you are, but really this is probably the most talented 1-4 team that we have seen in the National Football League in a long time, and you feel like they're going to be close to turning the corner, and that Josh Jacobs would be one of those reasons. He had a historic night. Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen, the only other 2 Raiders to have back-to-back 140-plus rushing yard games. It goes back to the 80s, the last time a Raiders running back did that. So Josh Jacobs will continue to run the football.
That's right.
We know that he is the lifeblood of this offense. Those safeties will continue to come down to the box. Devonte and Mac Hollins and Hunter Renfrow get back on track. We're going to take a break here on Raider Game Day. When we come back, we are going to talk to Josh Jacobs as he joins us to talk about the loss from Arrowhead Stadium. That's next. Raiders Game Day is brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. And so the Raiders lose this one by just 1 point to the Kansas City Chiefs, 30-29. Josh Jacobs had another spectacular game. We bring him in now live from Arrowhead Stadium. And Josh, just describe the heartbreak of this loss after such a hard-fought game and being so close with a 2-point conversion.
Man, I mean, it's always hard when you lose a close one like that. they made a few more critical plays than we did. We didn't convert on a extra point. I mean, on a 2-point play, so it played out how it did.
Josh, man, you're running so great. Just looks like the team is riding your back, doing an outstanding job. Talk to us a little bit about what you think this team could be when you guys put it together.
I mean, man, you see it's there. We definitely put it on tape. I mean, that team that we played today, man, you know, they were one of the top teams in this league, and we was toe-to-toe with them. You know, it came down to the wire. So I think that just is a testament to what our team is, and we just going to have to come in and, you know, fix a little details on things and try to come out better.
Another big game for you, 21 carries, 154 yards, a touchdown. Only Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson have had back-to-back 140-yard-plus games. So you are running the football with the greatest. I bet you didn't know that stat. How important is it for you to not break that rhythm, keep going out there and running the football?
Man, I tell the guys, you know, every time we go out on the field, it's my job to inspire them. And it's my job to, you know, get it started. So I take that, you know, I don't take that lightly. I try to come out there and, you know, give them the best and show them the effort that I bring, and hopefully, you know, people rally around it.
Josh, what's the message going forward for our football team?
Man, I mean, we just got to come in and focus on the little things, man. I mean, we this close. Like, every game we done played and that we lost, like, it's been very, you know, preventable in things that we do, whether it's penalties, you know, whether it's misassignments, misreads, or whatever. And we just got to find a way to put it all together. You know, it's a long season. We still got a long way to go. I believe in the guys, so we'll see what we end up doing.
Josh, do you appreciate the aggressiveness on the play calling, the 4th and 1s, the going for it on the 2-point conversions? And can you take that into the bye week and out of the bye week?
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, if you watch these guys play every game that they played, they've had 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s at least 3 or 4 times a game. So we knew coming in that we was going to call some and we was going to have to execute them. And, you know, we did it on the most part, but not when it mattered.
All right, Josh Jacobs, another great game, but the Chiefs win this one over the Raiders by just 1 point. Keep fighting, Josh. We appreciate you joining us after such a hard-fought loss.
Appreciate it.
And this offense has been clicking in a lot of ways. Josh Jacobs is one of the major parts. But when you look at these losses, each of the 4 losses have been by 6 points or less, by a score or less, including 1 2-point loss and now a 1-point loss tonight. It shows you they are close. What is going right for the offense as they try to find their identity?
I think we all can agree running the football is going right for this football team. It really sets everything else up. And again, it's all about those numbers that we don't really see, the penalty numbers, the sacks, those things that kind of put us behind the change. But again, if Derek Carr can rely on that running back for the rest of the season, we're going to be in a good situation.
Yeah, good things will happen. Yep. And Derek Carr had a chance to speak with the press after the game. Here he is.
What's the frustration level at this point with this team 1-4, knowing that you could be 5-0?
We didn't earn that, you know, but it's hard. I've been around a lot of new regimes and all that kind of stuff, right? And I think the frustrating part is it takes time to get everyone on the same page. And once you get on the same page, you get the thing rolling and it's churning and it looks great and it's awesome. And we're right there, but close doesn't count in this game. And so frustrating, it is frustrating. I'm human, you know, going through that again, like seeing, you know, where we were and we got a new regime and all this kind of stuff, but I believe in it, you know. I believe in Josh. I believe in our staff. I believe in our players. We got some good football players. We do some good things. We just didn't do enough good things today. And, you know, it sucks what our record is. We've earned that. But I just keep reinforcing that we have a good team. I've been on some teams that aren't as good as this one. And we're doing the right things. Just they made more plays than us at the end.
The decision to go for 2 as a player.
Love it.
Just thought process on kind of getting that thing going.
Yeah, I love it. You know, we were all fired up. Thought Josh was in from my point of view, and he wasn't. And it's frustrating. It's hard. We get the ball back, throw into Tay. I thought it was a catch. We all thought it was a catch, you know, and think we're getting into field goal range and going to win the game there, and we get it back and we get another chance and we don't make it happen. And so It's hard, frustrating, all those things, but I love going for 2 in that situation, especially on the road. You know, we took the lead, they took the lead. We're going to try and take the lead again to win it. I'm all for it.
Even though it isn't a loss, that touchdown to Devonte in the first quarter was your 200th career touchdown. How was it to get that milestone with someone that you're so close with?
That's crazy. I didn't know that until you told me. But I'd rather win, rather have 200 wins. I can promise you that, and no touchdowns. But I've been doing it long enough. Eventually, we're going to get there. And so happy about it. Thankful, always thankful. You're never going to see me disregard that stuff. But I would much rather just win than get that. But I'm thankful. It's a lot of hard work that goes into it, so I'm thankful for it. And to throw it to Tay is pretty special. That's cool.
And one of the things we are seeing from this offense is the aggressiveness. And he says that he loves it. He loves the 2-point conversion. They went for it twice on 4th down. That one, they had the big Devonte Adams touchdown for 58 yards. The other one ends up in the final play of the game, not being successful. James, do you like the aggressiveness? Do you think this will lead eventually to winning football?
Well, I'm a receiver, an offensive. I love the aggressiveness, right? But it's a dude out there that we see running aggressive too, right? Just aggressive ain't just drop back bombing it, right? Aggressive, hey, I'm good with going for it on 4th down, going for it on 2-point conversions, but the man in the backfield running angry too. I know 1-7 a bad man. I know Derek Carr bad man.
That's where I'm going.
My buddy angry too, right? But I love the aggressiveness of the offense. Like I said, it's 1 or 2 plays. And we come on here every show. I feel like I'm part of the tean because it hurt me.
Yes,
I listen to them just talking, and as we talk up here, they 1-2 plays away from being a 4-1 football team, rather than being a 1-4 football team. So it hurts, it's tough, but they got to make those plays. Like DC said, they earned this record.
Yeah, and for too many of these games, it has come down to the last play, right? The last series, the last possession. And again, for this game, it's those 11 penalties for 99 yards. If you clean that up a little bit, you clean up a little bit of protection issues, the coverage issues, we're not in this situation. We're a winning football team. So again, hopefully this bye, we're able to kind of break those things down. The young guys, hey, no traveling for the young guys. Get your butt back in the facility. Get some film work so you're ready to roll when the bye's over.
You're not going. You're not going to Mexico.
No.
You're going to be looking at this game film. Yeah, and I think a lot of them will take that attitude towards it. By the way, congratulations to Derek Carr and his 200th touchdown as a Raider. That leads all Raiders quarterbacks. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Devonte Adams speaks to the press on Raiders game day.
My name is Hunter Moore. I'm an 18-year-old senior and captain of my football team. I play running back and linebacker for Boulder City High School. Being a leader on my team and in my community means inspiring others to improve something we all care about, motivating my teammates to reach their full potential, and taking pride in Boulder City High School and my community. My cause in my community is anything I can do to support it. Volunteering at the Elks Lodge, Veteran Cemetery, and local charity events. Thank you to the Raiders and Intermount Healthcare for this opportunity. Boulder City will be cheering on the Raiders from the sidelines this season.
Vantage point, what happened on the final play, offensive play?
I don't know. It was I had a little collision with Hunter on the left side. I didn't see anything after I released and got back vertical. We ended up running into each other, so that's all that I saw. I don't even know where the ball went or nothing. I was on the ground, so I didn't see that. And before I answer anything else, I want to apologize to the guy. It was some guy running off the field, and he ran, jumped in front of me. We coming off the field, and I bumped into him and kind of pushed him, and I think he ended up on the ground. So I want to say sorry to him for that, because that was just frustration mixed with him running and literally just running in front of me, and that was shouldn't have responded that way. But that's how I initially responded. So I want to apologize to him for that.
Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. Devonte Adams, despite a huge game from him, 3 catches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Raiders still get the loss. They lose by 1 point to the Kansas City Chiefs. A failed 2-point conversion at the end came back to haunt them. But Devonte Adams, you got to give him credit too for taking some responsibility at the end of the game. But JJ, you're a receiver. What happened I know he's not going to say what really happened. Yeah. What happened at the end of the game with what you saw?
Well, it's a little bit of both, but I believe it's Renfro has to recognize that, right? If you're the slot receiver, they ran a scissors concept, right? The post guy is always over the top. The corner route always comes underneath. If you recognize that the outside guy has press coverage, you know he's going to take a little bit more time to get vertical. So you cannot come off the ball flying because you know you have to come underneath them. I believe Hunter Renfro took off. He didn't recognize Tay had press coverage till late. And you could tell that he was like, I'm in front of Devonte. I'm going to try to hurry up and get there because I'm already in front. And Devonte's thinking, I'm supposed to be over the top. I'm going to try to hurry up and squeeze through. And they end up running into each other. And I'm telling you right now, if they didn't, and I know DC want the flag, but if they didn't run into each other, that is a play that is a walk-off touchdown because Renfro and Devonte Adams is going to be wide open.
And, Eric, it's so frustrating because such a great game. And early on, we saw Devonte Adams. They were not able to cover him. There was two pass interference calls.
Left corner was getting beat. The right corner was getting beat. The guy come up the bench was getting beat. Devonte had his day. I mean, you love his outstanding route running. His releases are great. If you're going to go zero coverage and this situation is 4th and 1 and leave Devonte, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a tap the helmet, check with me, to wink, wink, or whatever you need to do. But Carr, again, delivered an outstanding ball. But if you see the release here, he pauses him, and then he just basically runs by him, right? So that shows you his burst, his lateral quickness. He just kind of does it all. I love that about him. And all the kids at all these 7-on-7 camps are trying to do just that. Yeah. You want to pause him to get him to kind of stop his feet, then go right by him. So all day, he was running outstanding routes. And this is one of my favorite ones here. He's double teamed right now, and when we get the other look at it, that's a great throw. He drops right in the red box.
Yeah, that's a dot right there.
He is double teamed. And watch him stick to safety. Bam! He sticks to safety.
Gotta go.
Makes him stop his feet, raise his hand, which is disrespectful. You're double team, you raise your hand? Come on, my man.
He was that open.
That open.
That's what they equal.
And now he's had
and then the late hands and go on.
Yeah.
He's had 2 100-plus yard games, obviously very productive in this offense. And here's the incomplete. And it looked like he had this one. JJ just got to get the other foot down quick.
Yeah, he had the foot down. He just got to catch it clean, right? Yeah. You know, this little bobble right there when they zoom it in. You know what I'm saying? That little bobble right there got him. Because, I mean, I seen it in live. I seen him toe tap it. But just that little bop right there. You know what I mean?
Those gloves maybe weren't had enough tack on them or something.
And here's the last play of the game again, and you got to appreciate them going for it. They only needed 1 yard. They're going for the win. They're going for the touchdown here. And just some confusion with the route running there. And that's some timing issues that we have seen early on that will come along as we move on, hopefully coming out of the bye.
I wish I could sit in the team meeting on that one, or in the receiver room on that one. Because I really want to know, like, was it Renfro? Was it Tay? What was the miscommunication? Like, I want to know. Yeah. Was Tay supposed to release outside and Hunter supposed to slant burst and then you got that good mesh? Or does Tay have a both-way release and Hunter needs to recognize that? So, EB, I'm going to come in there and I'm going to sit in that meeting just so I can come on the show next week or the week after the bye, clarify that for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so they're looking to get back on track to go into the bye. Coming out of the bye, we'll talk about the future coming up. When we come back, we're going to focus on the defensive effort from the Raiders and a big day from Travis Kelce. That's next here on Raiders Game Day.
Travis.
This segment has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in. Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. The Raiders lose this one to the Chiefs, interdivisional matchup, by just 1 point, and it was because of a big day from Travis Kelce. Very weird stat line, JJ.
Yeah, it's a big day. Is it a big day? Because, I mean, 7 catches for 24 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That's the big day.
For me, we kind of held them, EA, right? But
not really. Let's send it over to EA to break it down, our defensive spotlight.
Yeah, I wish we would have held him down, right? So when you go into the film meeting room on Monday after knowing you're going to face a football team like this, you should have 2 circles. One on Patrick Mahomes, the other one, Travis Kelce. We got to find a way to get this guy contained, particularly in the red zone here. So again, we're going to start off here in the red zone, and obviously they're in this kind of bunch formation. situation. This is kind of mesh stuff. So they're sitting in motion. So Patrick now knows that we got man-to-man, right? So again, we're going to highlight Trayvon Moore has man-to-man on Travis Kelce. And again, I want you to watch the pick situation here. Snap the football and all that mesh, all that garbage, all that mud there, that gives an opportunity for the Kansas City Chiefs to find a way to get it done. I have to close a little bit better on Travis Kelce in this situation. But again, another time in the red zone, we're going, he knows it's man-to-man again, so we're going to have our safety man up on Travis Kelce. Want to take a look at the safety right there. Harmon does a really good job, but that stutter right there, because Kelce runs an outstanding route, but that stutter keeps him from being able to make a play. He may be running back to Las Vegas right now if it wasn't that stutter. One more time, look at that. That H post right there gets them all confused. Again, another mesh concept with a lot of picking with our own players in this situation. Third time in the red zone. We got to have this guy circle, right? Of course we do. Now we want to get bodies on him, want to hit him, but look at this. Outside the pocket again. Here we have Mahomes, one of the best that ever do it outside the pocket. This is an outstanding run by Kelce. Got to get him on the ground. Got to tackle him and gang tackle him. Weren't able to do it correctly. So again, another score. This is the fourth time this team's in the red zone. We got to know where 87 is, right? Look at this here. Because of the play action and the formation they have, everyone's trying to stop the run, and we forget about Kelce. On the fourth time, 4 touchdowns. Look at this. No one even covers him in this situation. We have to be more responsible in this situation here in the red zone against Travis Kelce. That cannot happen next time, guys. We got to execute a little bit better next time, and then we'll be able to walk away with a W against Kansas City Chiefs.
You can't bite on the play action when 87, you know, is going to run a route to the end zone. But take a look at the offense for the Chiefs. Didn't have anything going early on. Raiders defense held them to a punt, missed field goal, and a punt on the first 3 drives. But then it changed, and the Chiefs offense really got going. Take a look at 4 of the next 5 drives were touchdowns. By the way, the 5th drive that's not listed here was a field goal. So they scored on the next 5 possessions. So a big, they were really able to catch on in the middle of the game, and the defense that had played so well in the first 3 drives kind of let up, despite a good game from guys like Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, who were able to create pressure.
They really were. And
yeah.
I think sometimes, and James alluded to this early, when we're rushing 3 guys, he had so much time to throw the ball, was really chewing up the middle of our defense. So again, we have to be a little tighter in the middle of our defense with our linebackers drops or our safety drops, particularly when you're going against someone like Kelce. And of course, Patrick Holmes, outside the pocket, when you give him time, he's almost always on point.
I mean, it's already hard enough to get to Patty when you bring in 5, 6 guys. You know, like
Yeah.
I can stand back there and they rush 3, and I'm going to say, I'm going to be able to escape, get out, look at my guys get open. You cannot do that to Patrick Mahomes. He's already too good.
Right.
The first half of the game, we rushing 4, we was getting after him. Second half of the game, I think we tried to get a little too cute, gave him too much time. They made some explosive plays.
I agree.
So Josh McDaniels had a chance to speak to the press after the game. Here's his press conference brought to you by Yamava.
Put into that 4th and 1 for the touchdown as well.
Yeah, you're talking about in the first quarter? Yeah, I mean, they're very aggressive in those situations. Just the nature of their defense, Coach Spagnuolo, their philosophy there. When you choose to go for it in those scenarios, and they really do everything they can in their power to stop you. And you notice there wasn't anybody back there, other than Devonte in the corner. So they brought everybody, and we had a call that we felt like we were able to execute, in that situation. And, and Derek made a great throw, and Tay made a great, catch after running a good route. So had to block a lot of people up front, to get that done. But again, same mentality. They're aggressive. We were trying to be aggressive too, and thought we had an opportunity to make a play.
I know you don't want to get fined, but how would you characterize the consistency of the penalty flags that were thrown tonight?
Yeah, I mean, whatever they call, You know what I mean? That's they know better than I do. That's their job. We respect what they do and how they do it. They got a difficult job. And I'll never stand up here and say that cost us anything in the game. I mean, that we got penalized, they got penalized. It is what it is. I know this. We can coach it and play it cleaner than we did. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm going to take away from the game is try to coach it better, try to get our guys to execute it better.
You talked about having a consistent message all through here as you head into the bye week. Does the message change at all at 1-4, or does it stay consistent?
No, this is a marathon, you know. I mean, if it was a sprint, we lost the sprint, you know, but unfortunately, that's not what it is. You know, fortunate for us, it's a marathon. And so we understand, what these games mean, and they each matter. They're each significant at the end of your season. You know, we know that. They add up, but I think the thing we have to focus on is take the positives and then also try to learn from the things that we're not quite doing well enough. That's our job. That's what we're going to continue to do. That's what we've done after we won. That's what we've done after we lost, and we're going to continue to do that. And there's progress, that we've made. And like I said, that's a good football team out there, and we're right there at the end. We have to learn how to be able to finish some of those games. That's what we have to do, and that's my job.
Any injury update on Darren Waller?
Nothing at this point. I don't think it's super significant. It just was enough to, I'd say, keep him out for the rest of the game.
Any more guys? We kind of talked about earlier this week about the stout Chiefs running defense. However, Josh Jacobs had another really great day on the ground.
Yep.
How much does he continue to impress you throughout the season?
Yeah. I mean, he's a really good back. He's a really good football player, and he loves football. And give him a lot of credit. Give our offensive line, our tight ends, Jakob, a lot of credit. They're in there banging away and trying to create openings for him, and he sees it. And we figured that, if we gave ourselves enough chances to run it against them, that we might have some success. You know what I mean? They're a team that has gotten out in front of some teams, and, you don't really get to run it that much. So I thought being able to keep giving it to them was important, and Josh is the kind of back that just, gets better as the game goes on. So, really I'm proud of his effort, and we got to start turning some of his performances into W's.
You guys all set? Okay.
Good to go? Thank you.
And they bring up a good point. They were down to the third-string tight end, Jesper Horsted, we had Foster Moreau already out before the game started. Then Darren Waller leaves the game. It's good to hear that maybe that hamstring injury isn't anything too serious that could keep him out. And then with the bye week coming up, that should be good. But this is a team that just needs to learn to win games. And there's no way to really do that, is there, JJ? I mean, have you ever been in that situation? It just takes winning to learn how to win.
Absolutely.
It's like chicken and egg.
And you're absolutely right. And it's about making the plays when you need to make the plays. And that's how you get confidence in close games that you're going to find a way to win. Right now, the Raiders don't have confidence that they're going to win these close games. You could come out to the media, you could talk it as much as you want to talk. If you've consistently lost 1-point games or 1-possession games, and when you get in those situations, it kind of is like, is this going to happen again? But if you go a couple weeks and you make those plays, when you get in those situations, you're like, hey, we've been here. Hey, we're going to go down here and score just like we did the last 3 weeks. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? But you got to earn that, and you got to make the plays when the games is on the line to be able to win ball games, close ball games, and that's how you get the confidence to go out there and win close games.
Those critical errors in important times of the game, it can't come down to that one play. Yep. And if it does, it's because you may have made some mistakes earlier in the ball game. You have to just do your job. And I think that's what the coaching staff is trying to just implore to these young players. Just do your job. Be accountable. Do what you're supposed to do, and everything will work out because we are good enough. And
to piggyback off that, when the Raiders was up 17, was any of us sitting here like this game's over?
No.
Why? Because the DNA of the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
They built to make plays and find their ways back. They know that they could come back in games and win because they've done it so much.
Yeah.
Well, if Max Crosby keeps making these big plays, they'll win some games. We're going to hear from Max Crosby coming up next right here on Raiders Game Day. This segment has been brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders.
It's frustrating, obviously, but, the guys work the tail off from start to finish. So I got none respect for these guys in this locker room. They're working their ass off, and that's all you can ask for. But, it's tough when you have 4 games that close and don't come away with the win. But, we're going to keep improving and keep working.
See the cap. Is there still perspective even though you lost? I mean, there's bigger things in the scheme of just a game at the end of it.
I feel like you just got to compartmentalize. Football, my family is everything. So, obviously it's tough and it hurts right now. But, I'm going to give Rachel a call in a little bit and
check in out there, and I'll see her tonight, obviously. So
when it comes to these, obviously these one-score games, is there any sort of message just that you can give the guys at this point that's different than what it's been to this point to get a different result?
It just comes down to 1 or 2 plays. That's the tough part. It's like we're getting better and better, and that's inspiring. For us. We know we're getting better, and we see it, and we feel it on the field. So it's just like, it's tough, but you got to take everything with a grain of salt. If we won this game tonight, we'd still be 2-3. We'd still be going to the bye week. We lost, unfortunately, but we got to get better from the film and keep pushing forward.
Well, as he says, it is inspiring that they have so many good things to take out of the game. They just got to put it all together. But his play has definitely been inspiring. And right now, Max Crosby is tied for the lead with the NFL for sacks. He had 2 sacks tonight. And we saw EA just a lot of pressure, not just from him, but Chandler Jones came to life as well.
For sure. So important to get these edge guys continuing to rush that passer and getting their quarterback on the ground. You love this energy here, and hopefully the defenders continue to see this and want to match this every game. But I was happy to see, again, Chandler kind of match that intensity from the other side and created some plays for himself. And of course, defensive coordinator Patrick Graham bring in Jonathan Abram. I think he's at his best when he's really in the middle of the football field, providing that pressure up the side. I think, again, this is something we can look forward to and say this just needs to be consistent over the next, 7 or 8 weeks.
And I'm not going to lie, we seeing this defense play their best football when they rush for and bring pressure, right?
Yep.
Don't put too much pressure on the secondary, whether you're bringing a safety, Jonathan Abram, somebody off the edge, but when you're rushing for and you want to bring 5 sometimes, with bringing a safety or bringing a corner, this is when they're at their best, getting to the quarterbacks, getting them off their spot, and allowing that secondary to get their hands on some football.
Yeah, the Condor was definitely in full effect, though. One thing they need improvement on is the red zone defense. They gave up 4 for 4 in the red zone to the Kansas City Chiefs.
But don't break.
That's right, as they lose by just 1 point within the division. But coming up next, we're going to talk about the next 4 games coming out of the bye week, a chance to get back on track. That's next, right here on Raiders Game Day. Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Raiders. Modelo, a taste that's pure gold, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Welcome back to Raiders Game Day. And so the Raiders try to look forward now. They go into the bye week at 1-4. They come out and they go through a stretch of the schedule where they face teams where none of these 4 teams have a winning record as of right now. So maybe this is an opportunity. You never want to overlook or disrespect any team, but maybe an opportunity to get back on track against the struggling Houston Texans team that they come out of the bye. They face them at home, so they're back at Allegiant Stadium, always a great place to play. Then they go on the road. They face the New Orleans Saints. They have struggled as well, had a lot of injuries. Jameis Winston hasn't been playing. Michael Thomas hasn't been playing. Jacksonville Jaguars, they're 2-3 right now. They had a rough ride just on Sunday. And then the Indianapolis Colts are 2-2-1 right now. So,
hey, you always win the bye week. That's great. So we have 2 wins. Come out and get them Texans and be ready to roll. But that's a good-looking schedule for where we are as a team right now.
And I think that's the main thing, right? Get the first one done. Find a way to get the Texans done, then go on to the next. Don't look forward to that because I promise you the Saints and the Colts and whoever was just on it, they're looking at the Raiders too like there's a struggling football team over there with the Raiders. So you got to make sure you get the first one done. Go get the Texans.
All right, so the Raiders lose this one. They are now 1-4. They lose by 1 point to the Chiefs, but they are going to regroup during the bye week, come out, and rattle off 4 wins in a row when they come back. For Eric Allen, for James Jones, I'm Amber Theoharis. We'll see you next time.